Stephen Bunting, 2-0 down to the world number 7, two-time major finalist in the last few months, and 4 straight sets. What a comeback.
Yeah, no, listen, I've been working really hard. In practice, if I was going over 15 dart legs, then I was losing the leg, and that's just the way it was. I knew I needed to be on top form. I've changed my darts over the last few months, and I believe these darts are the darts that are going to take me back to the top.
You've remained overwhelmingly positive in the lead up to this Winmau World Championship, despite either curtailed opportunities or not getting a chance to play in big TV tournaments and winning games, but it's paid off.
No, I believe you've got to stay positive. Obviously, after the positive COVID test, it was a really down time for me. Not just for me, but for my family. Luckily for me, I've got a 3-storey house. I was locked away on the top floor, and the missus was leaving me tins of soup outside, so it was so difficult. I had a practice board on the top landing, and I kept myself going, and I had no symptoms at all. I felt brilliant, but it kept me out of the darts for a while, and it's just nice to be back and competing with the big boys.
First 9 darts we've seen at the Winmau World Championship for half a decade. You seem more excited about it than he did.
Well, to be fair, I'm not new to it now, am I? Dimitri did it to me in the Grand Slam, and now James done it to me. I think what helped me there was no crowd, because I think they would have just kept cheering, and obviously we want the crowd to be there, but in that situation it's probably a good thing that he wasn't.
You're through now to the 4th round of the tournament, and this little section of the draw, nobody's reached the semi-final of the World Championship before. It's a massive opportunity for all of you.
Listen, I've got a tough opponent in Ryan Searle ahead of me. Yesterday I said I had a tough opponent in James Wade ahead of me, and I'm not going to look any further. I need to do what I need to do. I need to make sure I've done exactly the same as what I did the last few times. Had an early night last night, felt brilliant this morning. Come here full of confidence. Had interviews with RTL7, and they told me that 6 years ago to the day that I beat James Wade in the World Championship. So listen, these things happen for a reason, and I'm just still glad to be in.
Probably going to be a bit easier for you as you go through this tournament if you don't lose the first 2 sets every match, right?
Yeah, it probably will be. If I can start the way I finish matches, I mean, even the same in the Andy Bolton match, I started really slowly, but listen, I know I've got it in my arsenal. I shouldn't really mention that team round here, but I've got it in my arsenal to keep playing well, and listen, we fight to the death.
Beautiful, well played.
Thank you.
Stephen, congratulations. Just touching on what Dan said there about giving away the first 2 sets. When you were walking off for that break, were you scratching your head a little bit how you were 2-0 down?
Yeah, obviously the first set I missed doubles. My plan was to come out strong, win the ball, come out strong, and obviously go in at the break either even or ahead. To go in 2-0 down, I was kicking myself a bit, but listen, it's best of 7 now. You give yourself that extra time to get back into the match, and I know that I have got the game to beat anyone, whether I'm 3-0, 4-0, 2-0, no matter what the result is. So I've just got to keep digging deep. Hopefully I don't put myself through that, and I can eventually go through the first couple of sets and win them.
At 2-2, did you sense that James's game had dropped and he was there for the taking at that point?
I felt he was struggling a tiny bit. Yeah, he's a more prolific scorer. On the other side, I also know that he's not averaged 100 at Ali Pali. So I'm thinking to myself, if I can average 100, then I've got a really good chance of winning that match.
Touching on what you said there, are you a stats merchant? Do you look at things like that? Do you study your opponents and build up to games then? Yeah,
obviously I didn't know the fact that it was 6 years to the day that I last beat him in the World Championship, but things like that cheer on. Obviously in the back room then, you're thinking, I have done it before, I can do it, and I am still the same Stephen Bunting as I was 6 years ago. Like I said, I actually feel like I'm a better player now, having had a few years in the PDC and sampled the best players here.
Even though you haven't made the final here, the fact that you've won a world title, do you think that stands you in better stead than other people in the bottom half of the draw?
I think it gives me a chance. I've got a star on my shirt, and like I said, I'm a confident person. In the past I've not been. I've seen a sports psychologist in the past, and things have not gone my way, but even there, when the wasp attacked me, I still kept my composure, and I still got through that match. And listen, I'm so happy now I can go back to the hotel and I can prepare for the next game.
Stephen, congratulations, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stephen, how big is that win in the context of not just your year, but maybe the past 3 or 4 years?
I'd go as far as saying that's one of the biggest wins of my career, to be fair. Listen, I know James for a long time, and what a player, but I also know he's not won this tournament before. I also know the pressure of trying to win this tournament and stuff. It's a difficult time for everyone, and I'm just so happy I'm through to the next round.
And there's a huge opportunity in your quarter and your half of the draw now. Ryan Sale next, who's obviously unseeded but a top player, and there's an opportunity to make a quarter and further in the tournament. No,
there is, but it'd be absolutely stupid of me to play down Ryan. Ryan's played fantastic this tournament, and listen, he poses a big threat. I need to make sure that I prepare my way. I'm ready for the game, and like I said, experience. I've probably got more experience than him, but he's playing so well at the minute, and no one can write him off.
Brilliant. Cheers, Stephen.
Thank you.